What is good, YouTube? It is your boy Anime Devil Hunter. Today I'll be breaking down the beauty behind the Yuno vs Zenon fight, which includes the parallel between the two characters, the inner struggles both of these guys are facing, and the amazing conclusion to the fight. Now with that being said, as of late I just recently caught up to Black Clover and I actually look forward to adding a ton of Black Clover content in the upcoming year. So if you want weekly reviews, analysis videos like this one, character explain videos and more, definitely subscribe and join the family. Drop a like if you end up enjoying the video, that way I'll know you guys are enjoying the Black Clover content, so I'll make sure to keep it coming. And also feel free to comment down below on what you thought of the video as well as the fight. Did you like it or not? Did I leave anything out? And with that being said, let us begin. So let's first begin with the inner struggles Yuno faces during his encounter with Zenon. So throughout the Black Clover storyline, we come to know Yuno as his golden child. He's this naturally gifted mage who is adored by Mana. He has little to no flaws despite being a peasant. He's praised and admired by every Magic Knight, including the Royals, and most important of all, he has managed to take down every opponent he's ever come across without never once coming to doubt his own strength, up until Zenon. When Zenon attacked the Golden Dawn, defeating not only the captain William Vengeance and the vice captain Yuno, but also killing half of the Golden Dawn, this left Yuno feeling totally helpless and frustrated with himself. After being healed by Vengeance and seeing the dead corpse of his comrades, Yuno thinks to himself, if only I'd been stronger then. Then he lets out a cry full of rage and frustration, as he remembers Zenon saying, I'm far stronger. This moment was such a turning point for Yuno's character. This was the first time in the story our golden boy has come to doubt his own strength and come to realize he isn't all that strong, he still has a ways to go. So following this, while the battle with Zenon was happening, other battles also ended in a loss as well, which resulted in the Magic Knights holding a meeting to figure out how they're going to defeat the Dark Triad. During the meeting, Yuno makes it loud and clear that he's going to be the one to fight and take down Zenon. After the meeting, a brief intermission is held and Yuno trains his ass off for round 2. The Magic Knights then later meet up and launch the raid on the Spade Kingdom, and so we move on to round 2 of the fight. This time with the help of Langris, Yuno plans to take on and defeat Zenon. But before we finish Yunon's character arc, the next part is going to tie heavily into Zenon, so I think it makes a lot of sense to jump to Zenon's character arc real quick and finish Yuno's after. So Zenon's inner struggle. So after diving into Zenon's backstory, taking a trip down memory lane, we come to find out Yuno and Zenon were exactly the same at a given point. Zenon, just like Yuno, also got bullied as a child. He, just like Yuno, also happened to have a rival as well, an Asta you may call it, someone who stood up for him, protected him, and also strived for the top. His name was Alan. One day after Alan protected Zenon from some bullies and introduced himself, he told Zenon about how he was tired of the never-ending rebellion going on in the Spade Kingdom, how he wanted to get stronger so that he can protect people and someday light the fire of hope the Spade Kingdom needs. It was during this exact moment Alan told him he wanted to become the commander-in-chief of the Mage Defense Force someday, to which Zenon says he wants to as well. Zenon and Alan then became best friends, forming a very competitive, friendly rivalry while both striving for the #1 spot, the commander-in-chief of the Mage Defense Force, or the Spade Kingdom's Wizard King. Both Zenon and Alan rose to the top ranks, and Zenon, just like Yuno, was referred to as a genius by his comrades. Oh, just before I forget, I can't believe Tabata even threw in a direct Asta and Yuno dialogue, with Alan saying right before a mission, I won't lose, and Zenon saying there's no winning or losing on missions, and Alan then saying, man, you're always so serious. Gotta love it. The Asta Yuno parallels are there, but exactly where did Zenon go wrong? Well, one day during a mission against a very strong devil, Zenon and Alan were having an extremely difficult time trying to defeat this devil. Most of their allies had been either killed or heavily injured. The only two left who could fight were Alan and Zenon. Zenon could defeat the devil with his ultimate spell, but he needed an opening. Unfortunately, the only opening that was available was an attack through Alan, who was right in front of the devil. This attack would indeed defeat the devil, but it will also kill his best friend at the same time. After coming to the realization, Zenon tells himself there's no other way besides this, and there's a high chance that if he doesn't carry out this attack, not only will they all die, but the people in the nearby town and the Spade Kingdom will die as well, so he makes a decision. He does his ultimate spell, defeating the devil but also killing his best friend at the same time. Following this, Zenon has an emotional breakdown and starts crying, come to now instantly regret his decision. After the battle, Zenon takes his brother up on the offer to become a devil host, and you guys know what happens next. Of course, he becomes evil. Man, Zenon's backstory is so brilliant because it's a Yuno that went wrong. I feel like point of views from a went wrong scenario are so important for the story because oftentimes we focus so much on our main characters, we kind of disregard the idea of what if this goes wrong scenario, then what kind of people will they be like, or how would they view the world following this? And Zenon is exactly that. So on to the next part, Yuno's character arc in round 2 and the conclusion of the fight. Right before we dove into Zenon's backstory, Yuno did an attack that would have killed Zenon if he hadn't aimed so Langris wouldn't have gotten hit. As a result, despite pouring his all into that attack, it still wasn't enough to defeat Zenon. So after recovering from that attack, Zenon went on to wreck Langris and Yuno. Yuno was damn near out for the count and Zenon was getting ready to kill Langris. But before he can kill Langris, Finral arrives just in time. And together, Langris and Finral attempt to take on Zenon together. They managed to hold him off for a little, but unfortunately they end up losing to Zenon because, I mean, this is a fucking devil hose. And at that moment, Zenon is ready to put an end to all this and kill them all. While this is happening, Yuno's on the ground all beat up looking up at Zenon, who is right in front of him, who says to him, even the spatial magic couldn't destroy the devil's heart. It's at this moment we get the greatest Yuno moment in all of Black Clover. Yuno thinks to himself, both Langris and Finral are going to be killed. Nothing worked. Even if I get back up, what can I do? In the middle of this, Zenon then says to Yuno, I win. Yuno then asks himself, did I make the wrong choice? Half of my companions were killed. I made sure they heard me loud and clear at the captain's conference and had them put me in the unit. I even trained like my life depended on it. Is this the end? As he starts to cry, guys, I want you guys to understand how great this moment was. Yuno training his ass off, making it clear to the other captains that he's going to be the one to take down Zenon, and even giving it his 100% and more to take down Zenon, and still lost. And not only that, he's come to fully die himself, even going on to say, even if I get back up, what can I do? Bro, this moment is so damn great. Following this, Yuno then recalls how everyone called him a genius. They said he was the hope of the village. He was chosen and acknowledged, envied, trusted. He suffered, lost, and he swore, as we get a panel of Yuno in front of his comrades' graves. Throughout Yuno's inner dialogue, we also get many other moments such as Yuno getting his grimoire, Yuno saying out loud he's going to be the Wizard King, Yuno getting Bell, and more. This moment felt so real. In life, sometimes there are people who are deemed chosen. They excel at everything thrown in their way and often praised by others a lot, oftentimes boosting their self-esteem, sort of getting a little too cocky, and sometimes actually believing they are the chosen one. But moments like these, specifically this moment with Yuno taking a loss again and coming to doubt everything that was said about him, everything he has come to believe, is very important because these are the moments where the grades are made. These are moments that can either make you or break you. Now on the verge of giving up and accepting there is no hope, he thinks back to his vow with Asta and says to himself, this is not all I am. Right in the middle of this, Yuno awakens his second grimoire. He then gets back up and says to Zenon, I will save my captain and the others. I'm going to save the kingdom to become the Wizard King. We then see Yuno stand with two grimoires, Wind Magic from Lich and Tetia's baby, and the other, his new awakened grimoire, Star Magic from his royal blood. Following this, Yuno takes on Zenon one last time, and the two go at it. I cannot wait to see this animated. Tabata's stat with the art. I mean, it's Tabata, man. His art is amazing. During this round 3, Yuno says to Zenon, I'll prove that the choices that I made weren't wrong. Zenon then recalls moments prior to this when Yuno just unlocked his second grimoire and told him how he was going to save everyone and become the Wizard King. Zenon then says, I will crush you. I believe during this moment, Zenon was thinking about his decision that he made and was possibly irritated at the fact that there might have been another way to defeat the devil without having Alan killed. Following this, Zenon and Yuno continue to go back and forth, saying to themselves, I'm the one who's right. I'm the one who will win. As we see both of them clash, this fight is truly a clash of truths. The two then continue to fight, and as we reach the conclusion of the fight, we come to learn Zenon's dream, even as a devil host, was to still create a kingdom for citizens who don't have to be scared of dying every day. Following this, both Zenon and Yuno continue to clash and go back and forth, but of course this fight must come to an end at some point. Both mages get ready to perform their final attack. Yuno unlocks a very powerful spell, Saint Spirit of Zephyr, the final attack that takes Zenon out for good and makes Yuno the victor of this battle. As Zenon dies, he thinks back to the first time he met Yuno. We then find out that even during their first encounter, Zenon saw something in himself and Yuno. Zenon then asks Yuno what makes us different, to which Yuno replies, don't ask me, I'm not there yet. I still haven't completed the vow I'm here with that guy. We then get one final callback to Zenon and Alan. Right after they both announced they were going to be Commander-in-Chief, Alan says to Zenon, I guess that means we're rivals. Let's see which of us becomes the Commander-in-Chief as we see them do the same fist bump Yuno asked to do. And that is the end of Yuno versus Zenon. Again, like I said many times throughout this video, I believe this was such a brilliant fight. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys did as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We have reached the end. Drop a like if you did. Hit the subscribe button for more awesome Black Clover content. Black Clover gets a lot of hate here on this channel. We embrace Black Clover. It's actually crazy because although I just called to Black Clover, I've always been a fan. When the anime came out when I was a sophomore in high school, I always watched the episodes every week. I just took a break from anime for like a year. That's why I'm not caught up. But even when the anime first aired, Black Clover was getting a lot of hate. Anyways, man, in this community we love Black Clover, so definitely join the channel and let me know in the comment section which fight you'd like to see me analyze next. I plan on dropping a Not False Captain of the Black Bulls explain video. That video I'll be talking about Na's backstory as well as his philosophy on being right. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to here, I hope you guys really enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.